Hey everyone, I'm Colin, and welcome back to another episode of Colin's Court. Today we're going to be finishing up the series on our forehand. Now don't forget to smash the like button if you find this video helpful, and hit subscribe so you don't miss out on any future content. Let's get it. To wrap up this series, we're going to be going over the last two parts of our forehand, the contact point and our wave and follow through. I wanted to do these two fundamentals together because even though they are both important in their own right, they do go hand in hand in completing the swing. But first, we're going to look at our contact point. Like baseball players, tennis players have a strike zone, but tennis players actually have two strike zones. We have the traditional strike zone, that is between our knees and the midpoint of our chest. This is referring to the height at which we want to make contact. But we also have a strike zone that is located out in the court towards the net. This refers to where we need to make contact with the ball, which I will refer to as our contact point. You'll hear coaches say that a player needs to make contact out in front of their bodies, and this can be a little confusing. Often players will translate that to making contact here, which is directly in front of their bodies. But in our contact zone, contacting the ball here would be considered late. Tennis players need their strike zone to also be out in the court. Unlike baseball, we have to hit every ball that comes to us. But ideally, we want to hit the ball when it's waist high and out in the court, giving us the best chance of hitting a quality ball. Now that we understand where our contact needs to be, the last part of the stroke is crucial in giving us the control that we desire, the wave and the follow through. The wave refers to a player's racket head waving as it contacts the ball. By isolating this movement, you can see that it looks like I am waving to someone with my racket. I tell kids, wave goodbye to the ball after they've hit it. This ensures that the racket head moves from low to high as it is hitting the ball. Another way to visualize the wave is a windshield wiper on a car. Regardless of how you want to visualize it, the wave is what's responsible for imparting topspin onto the ball. So let's put all this together. After we drop our racket and our racket finds itself below the ball, we move our racket to make contact with the ball and the wave begins its low to high journey. At this point, our racket should still be accelerating as we continue to wave through the ball. The momentum of the swing and the wave carries our racket up and around our shoulder. And there you have it, a complete stroke. Now all of these fundamentals are important to our forehand, but the one that gives players the most trouble is the wave. Being confident in your ability to wave the racket and better roll the ball over the net will give you the freedom to be as aggressive as you want with your swing. So here are a few drills to help get the feel of waving the racket and rolling the ball, all of which you can do on your own. For the first, you'll be standing at an arm's length from the net. Next, hold the ball against the top of the net with your racket. Now wave your racket and roll the ball over it without touching the net. Repeat this process, trying to make the ball rotate faster while waving the ball higher over the net. For the next drill, you'll stand at the service line and point the head of the racket down to the ground. Drop a ball out in front of the service line and only waving the racket, roll the ball over the net, trying to make it land within the service line on the other side of the court. Don't swing the racket or have too much forward movement. We simply are trying to isolate the wave and develop a better feel of rolling the ball. For the last one, we're going to go all the way back to the baseline and repeat the same process we did at the service line. Now I like using a target whenever I'm doing this drill. This on-court, off-court extension is what I like to use and can be bought at Tennis Express for about 150 bucks. I know it's a little expensive, but I promise you this is something that you can use in dozens of different applications and will change your game. So repeating the same process that we did at the service line, try rolling the ball over the target line, seeing how shallow in the court you can make the ball land. The better you roll the ball, the more topspin you're going to produce, and the shallower in the court you can make the ball go. Getting this skill nailed down is only a matter of putting in the repetitions that you need to build the right muscle memory. Each one of these drills was a drill that I did as a kid learning to develop my skills. And when it comes to teaching the game, there isn't a drill or a suggestion that I'm giving you guys that I haven't done myself. So any frustration that you're going to encounter along the way developing all of these skills, just know every single top level player before you has gone through and experienced the exact same frustration. Best advice I can give is just stick with it and keep pushing forward even if you don't feel like you're getting anywhere. Well, that wraps up this series on the forehand. There will be more tips and tricks in the future, so be sure to hit the subscribe button down below so you don't miss out. Again, if you found this video helpful, please smash the like button. And if you have any questions, comments, or observations, leave them down below and I'll be happy to read them. Thank you for taking the time to watch, and I'll catch you next time.